Now on Facebook, I'm just scrolling through, and maybe I can post that picture. Oh, mad, I can. Sweet. Right, I can post that bit up. Loading, loading, loading. Come on. Do you think? There it is. So this numpty. Now, Columbia Sportswear CEO Tim Boyle, who is 76 years old, recently launched a viral challenge promising to give away his $3 billion company to anyone who can prove the Earth is flat. The campaign video invites participants to photograph a literal edge of the Earth, with Boyle joking that the winner receives the entire company. A spokeswoman in the video clarifies that the image must show a real physical termination point of the planet. The stunt is part of Columbia's marketing campaign, using humour and satire to spark global attention and online debate.
Yeah, I heard something about that Matrix. Yeah, I didn't realise what the prize was. Whole company, eh? Huh.
That'd be nearly worth borrowing a battleship and going for a little bit of a sail. Getting a big ass crane, jumping up on the plateau and going for a walk. But then again, last time someone tried that, quite a few went down and not many came back. Don't know why. There's only penguins there. Maybe they do have laser eyes. Oh. Love some of the bullshit stories that they say, eh? Oh, that's right. The social media stupid thing starts today, didn't it? Wow. I wonder how many kids are going out and going to find alternate forms of entertainment, like getting great big firecrackers and blowing up wheelie bins and. Oh man. Oh wow, that's gonna be great. We got a couple of cities where there's major youth problems, and these idiots think that by kicking children off of social media or banning them from it because of their underage is going to help our youth crime problems, or it's going to make our kids safe. That's what they said. It's going to make our kids safe. What it is going to do is make our kids bored. They're going to want to seek entertainment elsewhere, and as a result, I can see our youth crime problem going through the roof. But anyways, that's my take on it. Oh, wow. There's a few bites on that one. All right, so one person posted up. So that the pressure is greater in water the deeper you go is a fact. Same as air pressure drops the higher you go. Explain that without gravity. Anyways, the next person gets on there. Gravity has nothing to do with relative density. As world famous physicist Michio Kaku says, there is no such thing as gravity. Now all of a sudden we've got 25 bites on that. So as we all know, it doesn't take much bait to go fishing. The very first clown on there, didn't Cavendish fail? Next one was try to understand what Kaku said. What else we got? Michio Kaku never said that gravity doesn't exist. The way flat earthers claim, he said gravity isn't a force in Einstein's model. It's the curvature of space-time that's not no gravity. That gravity is deeper than Newton's thought. Relative density only works because gravity pulls denser objects downwards. Without gravity, density would just make things different thicknesses. Nothing would fall, so no. You didn't debunk gravity, you just misunderstood a quote from a scientist whose books you've clearly never read. Ooh. I'd like to invite that numpty in here, he'd get wrecked. Oh wow, this dude's even going for more. Also, here's what we get when we search for the Dr. Kaku quote on Google. Dr. Michio Kaku's no gravity comments stem from Einstein's general relativity, which describes gravity not as a pull, but as the curvature of space-time caused by mass. So, objects follow these curves, creating the effect we feel as gravity, with space pushing us down, not a force pulling us. He's essentially saying there's no force in the traditional sense, but a geometric effect, explaining that things like satellites are falling around Earth because they follow the curved space-time path, not because they are pulled by a distinct force. The universe always has gravity or space-time curvature. My God, these people are so deep into it. What else we got? So if you're going to quote Kaku, use the full quote, not just a bit that supports your position. Oh, have a cry. What do we got? Yes, yes. Now explain how pressure gradients come to exist without gravity. All right, what other cries have we got? Oh, what's this talk? Hard to explain if a person is an idiot that believes the world is flat. Well, it's not a belief, so you've failed. Next. One person just put in there buoyancy. Comments incoming. Very good. All right, what other stupid shit we got? Oh, we've got another map tard. Wow. If you assume that the azimuthal equidistant projection used as the flat Earth map is actually flat, then Adelaide goes from 654 kilometres from Melbourne. What? Then Adelaide goes from 654 kilometres from Melbourne to 1,592 kilometres. Can any flat earther explain how I can drive this distance in less than 8 hours? Okay, numpty. Oh, he's got 99 comments. What's this? One of the comments. Because flat earth is almost an exclusively American politics issue. Flurfs never anticipated meeting someone from Australia. Oh, shit. That's good. I like that. And there's 5 replies to that. The flurfs. Oh, here's the first dumbass. There are flurfs all around the globe by their own site's admission. Well, obviously, this numpty has been to the Flat Earth Society. Anyways. Oh, someone doesn't like the Australian Flat Earthers. Amazingly enough, there are Australian flurfs, and they are arguably the dumbest of them all. Really? Here's an idea for you, kind sir. Get in your happy little car and go for a drive across this little continent. And you tell me how much curvature there is. The first person, another one gets on here. Bless your heart. Gleason's map is the only map with accurate distances. Ouch. Holy shitballs, that is a long post. Wow. The entire heliocentric model is based on esoteric numerology. Every major part of it is built on a harmonic code. Here is the full breakdown they never expect you to see. If you believe the heliocentric model is a scientific framework built on measurement, buckle up, because once you review the full pattern, it becomes painfully obvious that the model is a numerological construct disguised as astronomy. Every pillar of it, not one part escapes the pattern. So let's begin. Number 1, the sun-moon illusion, the 400-to-1 code. Heliocentrism begins with its most absurd coincidence. The sun is said to be 400 times larger in diameter, 400 times farther, which makes it appear the exact same size as the moon. A perfect ratio, a perfect illusion, a perfect number for numerology. This ratio alone would sink any truly random cosmology, but this is only the beginning. Number 2, the 108 harmonic, the skeleton key of the system. Heliocentrism is built on 108, whether you notice or not. 108 moons fit between Earth and the moon. 108 suns fit between Earth and the sun. Moon radius equals 1,080 miles. 1 to the power of 1 times 2 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 3 equals 108. 108 is sacred across ancient cultures. 108 stitches on a baseball. 108 beads in a mala. 108 temple designs. 108 is the backbone of sacred geometry and the backbone of your scientific model. Number 3, the cube code, the 216 and 2160 family. Here the pattern explodes in your face. Moon diameter equals 2160 miles. A cube's total angle sum equals 2160 degrees. 6 times 6 times 6 times 10 equals 2160. Processional harmonics tie directly into 2160. Even 4K resolution uses 2160p. 216 is embedded in temple design, musical ratios, Kabbalah, and Saturn symbolism. If the universe is random, why does the moon match the cube? Number 4, solar harmonics, 432 and 864. Everything about the sun lives inside this harmonic. Sun radius equals 432,000 miles. Sun diameter equals 864,000 miles. Day length equals 86400 seconds. Music resonant tuning equals 432 hertz. 432 appears in Viking myth, Hindu cosmology, Tibetan chants, Gregorian masses. 432 and 864 are the signature of the entire solar framework. Everything fits the same harmonic. Number 5, Earth fits the same harmonic set. The random planet Earth just happens to match the same numbers. Earth radius equals 3960 miles. Earth diameter equals 7920 miles. Earth plus moon radii equals 5040 miles. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 equals 5040. Earth is not an exception. It is part of the coded system. Number 6. The number 6 and the 666 material code. Here, the Saturn symbolism becomes unavoidable. Tilt from vertical equals 66.6 degrees. Orbital speed equals 66,600 miles per hour. Curvature formula equals 0.666 feet per mile squared. Carbon-based life equals 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Your entire physical universe is numerically coded with sixes. This says Saturnian symbolism, not physics. Number 7, the Saturn cube religion connection. Saturn is the god of materialism, time, restriction, and form. Now watch how heliocentrism ties directly into it. Saturn's pole has a hexagon that folds into a cube. Kaaba in Mecca is a black cube. Jewish tefillin are black cubes. Christian cross is an unfolded cube. Moon equals 2160 miles equals cube's total angular sum. Material life equals 666. NASA encodes Saturn symbolism throughout their missions. Heliocentrism is not neutral. It is a part of an ancient materialistic cosmology. Number 8, the precession and great year harmonics. Even the largest cycles follow the pattern. Great year equals 25,920 years. Breakdown 432 times 60. Precession equals 1 degree every 72 years. 72 times 30 equals 2160. Zodiac divisions fit the same scheme. Ancient temples encoded these cycles long before NASA existed. Time itself is coded with harmonics. The number 9. Biology matches the same geometry. Your body mirrors the sky. Skull, 22 bones and 7 openings, equals 22 over 7 equals pi. Hands, 28 phalanges with 7th triangular number. Turtle shells, 13 center plates, 28 outer plates, equals lunar calendar. Life is literally built with the same geometry as the luminaries. 10. Technology mirrors the harmonics. 4K resolution is 3840 by 2160. 2160 again, the moon's number, the cube's number. Why does your TV match the moon? Number 11, the 137 constant, the signature of the whole system. 137 is one of the most mysterious numbers in physics. 137 is the fine structure constant. 137 controls the strength of electromagnetism. 137 is the 33rd prime. Masonry encodes 90 plus 47 equals 137. The golden angle in nature is 137.5 degrees. Earth's rotation speed is claimed at 1,037 miles per hour. Drop the 0 and you get 137. National Aeronautics and Space Administration equals 137 in the septenary cipher. 137 is the fingerprint of intelligence, not randomness. Number 12, the variations excuse does not save the model. Globers love to say distances vary, orbits vary, cycles vary, tilt varies. They think variation helps them. It destroys them. The averages always snap back into the same numbers. 66.6, 108, 216, 432, 864, 2160, 3960, 7920, 5040, 86 400, 432, 000, and 137. These are the skeleton of the entire model. The variations are camouflage. The averages reveal the architecture. In a random universe, the averages would drift. Here, they converge. Number 13. The entire heliocentric framework in a single numerological system. Distance values, mass values, diameter values, orbital periods, rotational periods, speeds, tilts, day length, month length, year length, great year length, precession rate, chemical structure of life, geometry of the moon, geometry of the sun, geometry of the earth, biological structures, sacred structures, religious symbols, timekeeping systems, even modern resolutions and physics constants. All of it repeats the same ancient harmonic set. The odds of this occurring randomly are 0. The impossible challenge for any glober. Provide one example anywhere in nature where a random, chaotic system produces a perfectly repeating harmonic set across astronomy, geometry, physics constants, time cycles, biology, chemistry, religion, mythology, architecture, language ciphers, technology, all at the same time. Just one. You cannot, because heliocentrism is not discovery, it's design. A numerological construct disguised as science. It collapses the moment you examine its numbers. Holy crap, that was a fair write-up. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death.
That was a good summary. Thanks.
Yes, I don't know if you are interested in numerology stuff, but yeah, there it is. I find some of that interesting. Other parts are like, huh? But each to their own, I suppose. I'm not here twisting anyone's arm. What the? Who put that up there? I recently heard the most absurd thing flat earthers believe, and that is that math is government constructed lie. I don't know any FE guys that would say that. So I don't know if it's just someone having a laugh or what. Oh wow, you must be a newbie. I'm gaining here. Still have some questions. Is the moon real? And if so, is it flat? How far away is it? If it is also flat, how do we explain the light hitting as if it's more or less round? My last question is this. If the Earth is flat, how do we explain the fact I can actually see the curvature of Earth on a beach? Ah, really? Wow. Your eyes have curvature and they lie to you. What's this? So I assume that also applies to high altitude images that are taken from weather balloons where you people crop out the center of the picture and claim that the Earth is flat. Like, seriously, why would flat earthers grab some random photo, crop the guts out of it, and then claim it's flat? Like, what flat earther would do that? Every single flat earther I know would leave the image alone, especially if it shows it's flat. Why would you mess with it? And you'd just go, here, data, choke on it. That's it. They just drop it in front of you. Let the data speak for itself. Crazy. Some of these things these guys come up with. Oh, here we go. According to flat earthers. So, insert straw man here, boys and girls. According to flat earthers, the sun and moon are local. The distances given by most flat earthers is between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. I live about 5,000 miles from Moscow. I can easily fly to Moscow. Why can't anyone fly to the sun or moon? Why do FEs say no one's landed on the moon if it is so close? What's preventing humans from going to these objects?
Hello,
Oh.
this is Haki from Kazakhstan, bro. Abu Hamza, bro.
How's it going, bro?
Yes, I'm from Kazakhstan, bro. I'm Kazaki, bro.
From Kazakhstan. Awesome.
Yes, bro,
I'm from
Kazakhstan.
Australia.
Where from you? Where from you? Where from you?
Australia, Australia, Australia.
Australia.
Oi,
Fuck
oi,
you,
oi.
Australian people are white and they have the charm and the cool and fat. Thank you. Fuck you, bitch.
Okay. Have a nice day. Wow. You're pretty excited pretty quick. Imagine what it'd be like if we showed him that the Earth is measured flat. Holy shit. Anyways, where were we? Yeah, this guy's right up. Blah, 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 moon, 3,000, 5,000 miles. Yeah, I live about 5,000 miles from Moscow. I can easily fly to Moscow. Why can't anyone fly to the sun or moon? Why do FEs say no one's landed on the moon if it's so close? What's preventing humans from going to these objects if they're so close? And don't give me any crap about Van Allen belts because you believe the moon and sun are local, so the Van Allen belts don't even come into play. Oh. What comments have we got for this? Do you even watch rockets being launched? There's one very recent. You should watch it. Okay. Let's click on comments. Ooh, the firmament is rocket proof. No one enters, no one leaves. They are not physical. What's this? With the sun so close, would there even be an ice wall? And a little laugh emoji next to it. You cannot go to the moon and watch the sun and the moon interact with the clouds. It is obvious they are not at the distances they claim they are. They just work like spotlights. Oh, someone's redirected him to 200 Reasons the Earth is Not a Spinning Ball by Eric Dubay. You can't land on the moon, it's impossible. because the moon is plasma. Oh, wow, that's got some posts against it. Oh, here we go. What's this one? Flurfism and space denial are trends, and like all trends, it will disappear. Not a single flurf or space denier believes in anything they say. They have just jumped on the latest bandwagon. And all of that was in caps. So I don't know why you needed to yell that out, but anyways, might have been a typo. Some numpty gets on here. Flat Earth gets destroyed again. Yeah, come and visit us, mate. We'll see how you go. Lots of pictures of space posted. Scrolling. Oh, the usual memes. All of the planets and Earth as a flat square thing.
Hi there, can I give you a drive-through code?
What's the code?
It's gonna be 1925.
Hey, you're
Can I
hot
get that
micing.
with no ketchup and no mustard, please?
Yeah, we might.
No, go ahead and add the ketchup and mustard. It's good for you.
Actually, you see a
Oh, somebody muted
No,
you.
he's not a mob. Yeah.
I wanted
What
to
if
hear
he
the
says
rest of that
something
word.
rude? Yeah, what if his order goes bad and he flips his shit at some poor person? I don't want to hear that. Anyways, I was reading stupid comments before I go to squat.
And where are you seeing these comments, on YouTube or in the chat?
This is on Facebook. So there's a page on Facebook called Flat Earth Friends. So if anyone else wants to jump in there, they're more than welcome to do so. But most of it is Globers. Just to give you an idea, Matthew, one of the moderators is McToon.
Interesting.
That should say enough. So, yeah. Oh, we've got a poll. This poll is directed at FEs who think every picture showing the entire Earth is CGI, including the ones from the 50s and 60s. I just got to know how old you are. Oh, so they just want ages. Between 10 and 20, you got 1%. Between 20 and 30 is 33%. Between 30 and 40s, there's none. 40 and 50, 33. And over 50s, 33. I have a good reason for asking, but sharing it now would bias the result, so I'll reveal it later. Oh, okay. Fair enough. If the moon is a hologram, how can amateur ham radio operators use it to bounce a signal to the other side of the globe? What? Well, we could test and see if that's bullshit or not. Because what we could do is we could get on Discord and we could talk to our friends in the United States or some other country when the moon is not near me, and we could get the old ham radio out and we could test this. If that shit works or if it does not. Ooh, there you go, ham radio, boys and girls. Something for you to go and check out. Here we go. What do you think is the single most compelling argument for your favoured planetary shape? Please, no arguments against the opposing views, rather a credible, verifiable argument in favour of your position. Something we can look into and learn from. Memes are fine, but please provide sources for any claims. I'd ask that this doesn't descend into name calling and ego stroking, but we all know it will. Okay. And he's got 268 comments. Oh, wow. Photo evidence of a round Earth. Okay, so you got to verify your photos. So you're out. The Tychos model. The Tychos, our geoaxial binary system by Simon Shack. Okay. Globe. We have pictures. Now we've got a hot dog Earther. We can't leave them out. There's no such thing as a flat Earth. We know it's a sphere for over 2,500 years. Obviously, that person didn't read the other bit. No arguments against opposing view, just supply your own. So you're a numpty, you're out. Globe. Gestures at the complete unit available in libraries, the internet, textbooks, models, maps, personal observations, and others' personal observations. So you haven't given us what they are. So you've got models that you've yet to prove, maps that you can't prove. Someone said so in a textbook. Someone said so on the internet. And libraries. Ooh, let's go to the library. This person didn't state which way they are leaning. Leap years. Leap years prove the shape of the ground, everyone. Done. Sold. That's it. Back to Globetardia. Leap years do it for us. What do you think, Matthew? Leap years prove the shape of the ground?
No, they just show that the number of days doesn't fit equally into the number of years.
There we go. Sorry, Mr. Facebook guy. Matthew has shot you down. All right. Oh, this one's got a decent write-up. For me, it's this. Physics tells us about the conservation of momentum. On a flat Earth, where does the angular momentum come from to make hurricanes spin? Well, you're assuming that that's the cause. It has to come from somewhere. Hurricane Melissa this past year released 200 times more energy. Well, that's great. No one cares. What if it's just the fact that heat energy from the sun's path is what causes this? So any storm system that appears on the left-hand side of the line will spin one way, and storm systems that appear on the right-hand side of the line will spin the other due to the heat energy from the sun. Crazy idea, I know, but yeah. Anyways, why do hurricanes always rotate in a specific direction in the northern hemisphere and they rotate clockwise? Well, actually, there's anti-cyclones, so yeah, that does actually happen the other way around. So this guy's out of his depth. All of these are quite. Where are we? Why do hurricanes only form between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn? Why do they never cross the equator? In fact, they never get within about 5 degrees of the equator. All these questions have simple and easy answers on a globe Earth. Well, actually, you started off on a flat Earth, so you're trying to have a crack at the flat Earth, which you were told not to do in the instruction manual. But anyways, however, the FE model provides no explanation for any of them. And then, oh, here we go. Before you start talking about how hurricanes are man-made, well, I didn't say they were man-made. Here are some facts. The entire region of Earth between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn can be affected by hurricanes. Okay, so depending on exact area, they can also be called cyclones or typhoons. The area where hurricanes can exist circles the globe. Oh, so you're assuming it's a globe to start off with. That's great. Guess that would be a ring on FE projection. You wouldn't believe it. That's the same ring where the sun travels around its path. That's interesting. Hurricanes and cyclones follow the sun's path. Oh! The area where hurricanes can exist and encircle the globe. I guess that would be a ring on FE projection. If you want to believe that hurricanes are man-made, tell me which ones are man-made. Well, I'm not interested in that shit. And which ones are natural. And how can you tell? Well, because the man-made ones have a digital ID number and the natural ones don't. They don't have a jumper on. They're open. They're going au natural. Oh, man, there's a big flashing sign on it that says it's man-made. Of course they're... God. Anyways, we have written evidence that hurricanes have been hitting Florida since the 1500s. And scientific evidence that they go back 3,000 plus years. Well, that's great. So if hurricanes are man-made, how were they made at the end of it? So obviously you're more interested into knowing how they're man-made as opposed to proving the shape of the ground. But we'll leave you alone. Oh, here we go. I'm a Bible-believing globe earther. Compelling scientific argument for a globe earth. Isn't that a bit of a contradiction there? On one hand, you're a Bible believer, and on the second part, you're going to tell us about scientific arguments. I thought science opposed religion.
I think they're compatible, science and religions. Cause the way I say it is,
Which
all
bit?
truth is God's truth.
Which bit? Anyways,
Origin
back to the
of
story.
life, that type of stuff.
Why this evidence is compelling. Geometry requires Earth to be a rotating spheroid due to this observation. A stationary flat disk Earth, solid dome, would have to have the dome do the moving for the stars, embedded within its interior surface to be seen moving. And according to geometry, what would be seen would be a monopolar celestial hemisphere instead. We do not observe this. That's because it's observer-centric. Sorry, dude. Anyways, likewise, the geometry of the stationary flat Earth model precludes Polaris appearing anywhere but high overhead in everyone's sky. Oh. So you're saying we should have infinite vision and see from everywhere. Excellent. So why is it when I'm looking along an exceptionally long stretch of road, do the lampposts appear to dive into the ground? Wouldn't the sky do the same thing? Due to perspective, appear to ramp down to my line of vision? Food for thought. This is not geometrically possible if the flat disk Earth model is true. Well, you weren't supposed to be arguing against, you were supposed to be putting your thoughts forward. This evidence requires no photographs at all. Oh. So you're not going to back it up with anything, or you're going to put that there as some kind of well poison. So if anyone says, get photographs, you can put your hands on your hips and go, nah, photographs not required. This avoids the incessant questioning of the provenance and validity of any and all photographs posted on the internet. Yeah, so straight away you can dodge put out the nah, I don't have to. Plus avoids the need for anyone to go to high enough altitude to directly see the shape of our world within a sufficiently wide field of view. All anyone has to do is go to their backyard on a clear night and observe their portion of the celestial sphere for a while. And neither NASA or anyone else controls the view of the night sky you obtain with your own two eyes. Those who are distrustful... Oh crap, that's a right up and a half. Man, that's going to take me about 10 minutes. Those who are distrustful of the word of any other people who live elsewhere in the world as to what their portion of the celestial sphere looks like can travel across the equator is the most helpful to those locales themselves and verify firsthand what that other portion of the celestial sphere looks like. Such travel costs something, but is affordable for many people. Those who are willing to trust the word of other people, who can select people they know personally if they wish, but who live on the other side of the equator, can schedule a mutual observation of the night sky in their respectful locales, and then compare notes later as to what they observed. The universal and constant result of such collective observations is that Earth is surrounded by a bipolar celestial sphere. Our knowledge of physics precludes the stars, given their distance from Earth, doing the moving themselves to accomplish the constellations' apparent movements we see from our backyards at night, because that would require the stars to be moving many times the speed of light, which they cannot be doing. So Earth itself is doing the moving. Oh, so you've just assumed that the stars must be travelling at some crazy-ass speed, and therefore it's down to us. Okay. So Earth itself is doing the moving. When the stars trace circular trail patterns in the sky, either seen directly in live time or over the course of hours, or in time-elapsed photographs of star trails, this is direct evidence that they are being seen from a curved surface. No, it's not. That is not direct evidence they're being seen from a curved surface. For anyone with half a brain in their head, they can go, there is 3 options. Number 1, the ground is moving. Number 2, the sky is moving. Or number 3, they are both moving. How you establish which one after that, that's another story. Anyways, I maintain that the Bible is silent on the topic of our world shape and celestial mechanics because the Bible never mentions Earth. The capitalized name of our entire world/planet, as in flat Earth or globe Earth. The problem with Bible-based flat Earth advocates is that when they see the older, improper noun, Earth, in the Bible, a rendering that translates the OT Hebrew word eretz, which refers to the land, a country/territory/region, or its people. The ground or the soil, they mistake it for the lookalike proper noun Earth. The name Earth refers to our entire world/planet, but the improper noun Earth does not. Such Bible readers are either unaware that Earth and Earth are not the same word, for they are simply unaware that the capitalization difference between these words. So, if they even notice it, exists and means something important. Flat Earth advocates are not the only people who are unaware of or sloppy about the capitalization difference. And it is to an extent understandable because Earth, lowercase, is nearly archaic usage in contemporary English. We say ground or soil or land now instead. Earth has been retained in Bible translation work out of tradition, not out of helpfulness to contemporary readers of the Bible in English. Earth and Earth, capitalized, are easily enough mistaken for each other, except for the capitalization difference. The 2 words are spelled alike and pronounced alike. Aspects of the internet, example, texting, case-sensitive search engines, downplay English capitalization conventions or make them irrelevant. So it's no surprise to me that the internet has occasioned a rise in flat Earth movement among fellow Bible believers for this reason. Well, a lot of people are in here not because of religion, so but I also see other kinds of people being similarly sloppy about capitalizing Earth when we're talking about the world/planet as a whole or about the world's people as a whole. Even our English language style manuals, which advise you when to capitalize or not to capitalize words for correct writing practice, are not consistent about Earth and Earth in capitals, but they should be consistent because the capitalized word Earth is a name, and we capitalize names in English with complete consistency. Accordingly, Bible translators have consistently avoided using the capitalized word planet name Earth in their work, which is very clear and telling about all of this. There are 0 flat Earth passages and there are 0 globe Earth passages in the Bible. The Bible being altogether silent about Earth is thus not in conflict with physical science over the shape and celestial mechanics of our world/planet. As a fellow Bible believer, I'm sympathetic with the sense of loyalty to God and the Bible, which the Bible-based flat earthers manifest, but their loyalty has become misdirected due to their misreading of the Bible with regard to Earth and capitalized Earth. Where they are then make matters worse is in telling non-Bible believers that flat Earth is what the Bible teaches, which statement then predictably puts people off the spiritual message of the Bible, which for Bible believers is paramount. So, to summarize all of that, whinge, celestial sphere getting contaminated with terrestrial sphere, whinge, I'm a Bible believer, whinge, someone forgot to put a capital E in there. So that was pretty quick, eh?